So this is a game I've just played. I'm playing an aircraft carrier. Fairly new to this one. Picked it up last night. I played 2 games in it. And I've used free XP to upgrade my fighters on torpedoes. So I'm making a run for a little alcove at the bottom of the map, and I've realised, or as will become obvious during the game, it takes far too long to get torpedo bombers anywhere else on the map. Now, one of the issues that I've encountered on here is basically trying to avoid having your torpedo bombers and fighters head straight back for the aircraft carrier after they've done their dive bombing or their fighter run. So what I'm going for here is it looks like we're 50-50. We're about the same number of ships as them. We've got one standout player on our side, Pachuzek. If we lose him, then the chances are that we'll lose the rest of the game. So at the moment I've got torpedo bombers out, and they're going to hover around about the center of the map, and the torpedo bombers are back in for rearming. So it looks like we've got 2 battleships and 2 cruisers up on the top left. We've just taken down their aircraft carrier. As you can see, their aircraft is still circling it, looking a little bit lost. I'm going to send my fighters off just to pick up any straggling fighters and try and get for an open skies map badge if at all possible. So our torpedo bombers are now heading in from an angle to the center of the map, and it looks like that the Reds are heading in. They've got a what looks like to be a cruiser. There's something just behind there. I can't see what it is. Oh, battleship. So they've got a cruiser and 2 battleships coming in, and in reserve they've got a battleship and a cruiser. So my torpedo bombers are just going to make a hit on what's just coming into the circle. Seeing as how there's we don't have anything in the circle, so maybe I can just decap. Do you get points for decapping? Is this like World of Tanks? If you hit something, the count starts again. I'm not sure. So I fired a nice spread, and I think he's a little bit, yeah, he's blinkered. So he'll get at least 2 of these. And being a cruiser, straight down. So I've immediately sent my torpedo bombers back to the left rather than coming straight back to base. Hopefully it means that those 2 battleships that are now entering the cap circle don't think that I'm south. Possibly they think I'm west. So I've got to get those torpedo bombers back as quickly as possible and rearmed. The main issue with fighting this far away from all the action is it takes forever to get the torpedo bombers back, rearmed, and out again. But it does mean that you're unlikely to get spotted by a stray destroyer or even some fighters. Luckily we've already taken care of their aircraft carrier. I might just head north a little bit, probably to H7 or something like that. Maybe even tuck in behind G6. So what have we got here? We've got fighters coming back. No, torpedo bombers coming back. My fighters are flying around the circle, trying to make sure that we have visibility of the enemy activity in that area. I wasn't watching our team. We seem to have lost a couple of ships, including our standout player, so that now leaves us with what looks to be like a battleship and a cruiser. The cruiser is right behind one battleship. I think he's probably going to... He's chancing his arm a little bit. Still a couple of seconds. Okay, torpedo bombers up and ready. And again, rather than sending them... Oh, actually, yeah, we need the fast response, so let's send them direct this time. So if I just keep the fighters flying around the cap area, we can keep a spot on these two. The Miyogi is obviously a dead cert. One hit on that, he's down. The Arkansas, 2 on that, and he might still be... Oh no, he's just taking some damage as well. So 1 or 2 torps on either of those two will take them both down. And they're grouped at the moment, so if my torpedo bombers can get in, maybe they can get them both in a single group. And the Miyogi is currently standing still. Maybe we hit his rudder, his engines. Is he moving? Yes, he's moving again. So let's take them from the side. See if I can get them in the same spread. Maybe I should just focus on the Miyogi. Now there was an AI problem with these before, that if you did this, they dropped their torpedoes over land. But yeah, they changed the AI slightly, and it now works. So the Arkansas has made it out, but that Miyogi is going down. It's at least 1 hit, either on his front or his back. The Arkansas is going to take forever to come back and rearm and back out again. I could go for the Arkansas, or I could go for the St. Louis, St. Louis, however you pronounce it. Fighters are in a scout role, but they might as well, while they're there, take out this spotter. Done. Okay, there's a weak, obvious target there. Let's just keep this, the fighters moving. So the Arkansas in the center of the circle is the obvious target. I've still got 18 seconds to rearm. Come on. But it looks like our battleship is stuck between... Well, all 3 of them can hammer him now. 2 battleships and a cruiser are probably all lamping him. He's going to go. Okay, torpedo bombers are just letting him know that I'm targeting the Arkansas.
You are the last hope.
However, they have 1 in cap, and they've just sent the fighters in to see where exactly everybody is at the moment. I can only see 1, and that's the Arkansas. But the torpedo bombers are going for that. Now he looks like he slowed right down to avoid this island, which gives me the opportunity to do a side-on sweep. There's no way he's going to avoid those. The other 2 aren't in the cap circle at the moment. I'm hoping that, that if that cruiser heads south, if he sees which direction the torpedo bombers are coming, he could head south while the battleship caps and take me out. So there's a nice spread. That wasn't quite where I wanted it placed, but that should at least be 2 hits. And it needed both to take him down, so again, they've got to come back and rearm. And I'm doing this directly. I'm sending them straight back out again without going off at 90 degrees to kind of hide my direction. I just don't have the time. Okay, now both of the surviving players on their side are good players. 4 kills and 3 kills, which means particularly the St. Louis is going to be very good at evading torpedoes. I don't know what I'm actually... If I go for the other one, which I believe is in Arkansas, which is a bit slower to maneuver, I should be able to decap. If that's how it works, I honestly can't remember whether hitting them resets the clock or not in this game. And I'm not sure it does. So it's an Arkansas and it's at 13,000 hit points. So I'm going to need 2, maybe 3 torpedoes into that to take it down. Okay, torpedo bombers are 5 seconds away from flight formation. They're just assembling above the carrier and off they go. But with 50% in, 2 minutes left on the clock. If I take this battleship out, or hit this battleship, I think it should be able to reset the clock and it will be a draw. If I don't kill it, and that's not how decapping works, then, and it stopped. Again, he's done what the other battleship did, which is just kind of park side on. Why? I don't know. Maybe he thinks hiding is a good idea and he thinks I'm to the west. But as you can see, I think I could probably sink that St. Louis with these. But let's go for the Arkansas. He's not moving, he's slow, that's a guaranteed hit pretty much, unless he turns it. I mean, if he turns in really fast, I might get 1 on him. Is that 3 hits? 1, 2, 2, and he's still got 2,000 hit points. So I've got 50 seconds. There's no way. With a 30-second rearm, I'm not going to be able to get them reloaded and back out again. So ultimately it comes down to whether they can cap before their time runs out. They're both in the circle, less than 30 seconds before the game ends. I don't think they can do it. 10 seconds left. I think, yeah, they're going to get it. My torpedo bombers are still landing. So, a defeat. Timed out effectively. I was too far away. I maybe could have made a difference if I was a little bit further up. Sunk 3, still didn't make top player.